Guys, welcome back to my channel. I am here today with a really quick story time. So, first of all, let's just get into this shirt, or this is a hoodie. I've literally never worn this before. I've had this for years, but it says C'est la vie. Yeah, C'est la vie Paris. But look at this. Look at these sparkles. Baby, I'm shining. I'm shining. I'm shining. Look, I'm shining. I've never worn this before because, child, it's so shimmery. You hear that shimmer? I just felt like I don't know. I really just never wanted to wear this out, so I said, let me throw this on for this video today. Why not? Why not? Get some use out of it. Anywho, today my quick story time. I'm gonna talk about the time when I used to work at Family Christian Store. So Family Christian Store, it was a retail store that sold like Bibles. You could go get Christian fiction and nonfiction. You could get music, DVDs at the time. You could purchase books for kids and communion cups, all types of things just for the Christian life. And they actually have some really good products in the store. I remember we had to play like these playlists or these CDs of music that were approved by the company. And it was like the same song over and over. My hair stuck to the sequins. It was like the same songs over and over, but they were very nice and serene. Shout out to Chris Tomlin, because Chris Tomlin had Family Christian Store on lock. And basically, it was just a really nice environment to work in. But you would think that there would be some things that didn't go down in Family Christian Store that went down in other retail stores. But ha. Don't be fooled. The people were still in Family Christian Store. Let's just talk about it. So people would make their rounds and steal out of Family Christian Store. Sounds so terrible. People would come and steal Bibles. People would steal the music and books, and it was really like you would think people would not have the gall and the gumption, what you call it, gumption, and the gall and just the thought to come steal out of the Lord's store. But child, let me tell y'all, we had policy that we had to follow. We were supposed to kind of keep a lookout on people, but we weren't supposed to follow anybody. And they explicitly told us not to ever chase anybody, and that we would just, report if anybody stole anything. There was loss prevention and just different policies that we had to follow. But we were explicitly told not to chase anybody. So let me tell y'all something. That was probably my only time working in retail. Most of my jobs were always in office, admin work, office work, secretarial work, on the phones, customer service, but never retail. So this was probably my first stint at working at retail. So this was many, many years ago. I was very young. I don't even remember the time period, but Family Christian Store actually closed down, I think, in 2017. So this was way, 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 way back in the day. I was very young. I had to be like fresh into adulthood. Anywho, there's this story that I want to tell y'all. First of all, Deidre's not about to, if you stealing, and literally people would go to the Bible section and look like they're perusing and slip Bibles into their jackets. That is wild. Like, you have the audacity to steal a Bible? Are you serious? It's crazy. So yeah, we would have people coming in there. People would cuss us out at the register. People would get mad because we wouldn't give them a certain discount that wasn't valid anymore. The coupon expired. And arguing and cussing. I'm like, you acting like this in the Family Christian Store, bro? Ma'am, sir, you need to think about that again. Anywho, there's a story that I want to tell y'all real quick about one day that happened in the Family Christian Store. So that day, my boss, my supervisor, she was not going to be there. And so the assistant supervisor, we're not going to say his name. Let's call him Joseph. Just in case Joseph out there, I don't want to embarrass him. So Joseph was a really, really nice guy. Maybe in his late 20s, early 30s, maybe. I believe he was a family man, but he was really, really nice guy, right? And so he was the assistant manager on call that day, so it really was just me and Joseph that day. And we had, now this is back in the day when DVDs were big. This is before streaming was huge. And so we had just received this influx of DVDs that had come into the shop, and it was maybe some type of like, there was this big premiere that was coming out of this Christian film, right? And so we had to set up a display with like all the DVDs, and if you purchased like 5 DVDs that day, then you would receive a free DVD player. So Family Christian Store was doing a thing, right? And so we had set up the display with the DVDs and the DVD player and everything. And so in my head, I'm like, people are about to like really come here and get this DVD, so we need to be on guard, like, because it's gonna be a lot of stuff happening. So that day, I'm at the register, we're doing our thing, and then I think one of our other coworkers came and got on the register, and so it was me, the second coworker, and our supervisor, our assistant supervisor, Joseph. So Joseph, he was like, go ahead and just kind of like help customers and do some stocking and whatever. So I'm walking around, and as I'm stocking and making sure like the books and stuff are together in this certain section, I see this man walk in. So baby boy comes on in, he's like looking, we say hello to him, he's walking around. But it was just something shady about brother man. I was like, you about to come here and steal something. But of course I'm thinking he about to come and steal Bibles, because I don't know, everybody wanted to steal a Bible. So sir comes in and he's walking around, he got a jacket on, and he's like looking, and I see him like head to the DVDs. And then of course, like I'm kind of like, I asked him if he needed help. He's like, no. So then as I'm walking like away, I'm like an aisle away, and I kind of still like kind of looking, checking little brother man out. Brother man, sir, he slid a DVD in his jacket. Now, I'm not the one. I'm sorry. I don't care. That's why I probably should not ever work in retail. This girl is not about to chase nobody down. She's about to be like, ooh, sir, you stole. I'm not doing none of that. And the store wasn't big enough to actually have loss prevention in store. It was more of a policy. Once you found out somebody stole something, or damaged something, then you had to put in like a request, like a form, and let them know what happened, make a call, blah, blah, blah. So I was just like, brother man stealing, but okay. I mean, what can I do? You're not about to hit me in the head for asking you, hey, sir, put that back. So brother man took a DVD or whatever, and as I head towards my assistant manager, just kind of let him know what was going on, the assistant manager, I guess he had clued in on him too. So brother man goes kind of closer to the front of the store where the display is. And as I head to my assistant supervisor, I'm like, Joseph, as I'm about to tell him, I said, that gentleman over there, I kind of saw him take something. So I'm just letting you know we're going to have to put in something for loss prevention. As I say that, he was like, yeah, I already saw him. So as Joseph goes forward to kind of like approach him, the man jumps on the top of our display, knocks over the DVDs and all the DVD players, and he grabs like several DVD players and knocks it down and runs towards the door. I'm like, oh my God, this is wild. So Joseph, he goes, dun, 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 dun. He starts to run and chase this man. So as the man runs out the door, he busts through the door, and Joseph follows him. And I'm like, Joseph. So I go to the door, and I see this man like sprinting, and there was other stuff falling out. So he must have, like, before I clued in on him, he must have already picked up some stuff, because there was like little things, little trinkets and things falling out of his pocket, out of his jacket. So he's running straight down the sidewalk, and Joseph is following him, and I'm just standing at the door like, Joseph, oh my God. So Joseph is like, hey, hollering at him at the top of his lungs, come back, hey, you can't steal from us. And we're not supposed to chase. So at this point, my other coworker calls the police. I call my supervisor, because we don't know where Joseph at. Joseph running after this criminal. So while I'm on the phone with my supervisor, she's like, why did he's not supposed to do that. He's not supposed to chase nobody down. And so right when I'm talking to her, talk to the police, then here comes Joseph. He comes back in the door and he is bloody face. He was breathing hard. He's like, call the police, call the police. We already called the police. And he was like, he punched me in the face. That's not funny. But I just could not believe the fact. I felt bad for Joseph, but I asked him, I was like, why did you chase him? He was like, he can't steal from us. That's not right. And I was like, but Joseph, this is not your stuff. And we were explicitly told not to chase nobody. Even if they had told us to chase nobody, I'm not chasing nobody down for no DVD player. I'm about to lose my life in the family Christian store for a DVD player and some DVDs and some Christian fiction. You got to be kidding me. I want to live. I shall live and not die. I will not die of a Bible. And so we were trying to help Joseph. Like, he was bleeding in the face. And so he was sweating and breathing so hard. And Joseph wasn't a skinny man. So he was breathing so hard. And we were like trying to help him get cleaned up and stuff. The cops came and took a report. We had to report. My boss, I think she ended up coming in and she was just like shaking her head like, bro, like, what are you doing, sir? You're not supposed to chase anybody, Joseph. But Joseph was one of those overachiever type guys and he meant very well. But we were like, that was so, no. It was not necessary. But y'all, when I say, I was like, after that, I was like, man, y'all can have Family Christian Store. I'm not about to get jacked up in Family Christian Store. But to be honest, that man, he was just gonna steal and get up out of there. And so we had to fix the DVDs, the DVD player display. And we put in our little process for loss prevention. And, the cops went and looked for him. I don't know if they ever found him. I don't remember that part. But Joseph, if you're out there, that's not your name, but if you're hearing this story and you remember my face, you know who you are. But I just pray that you're well. And I pray you're not chasing nobody else down for theft. I pray, because your life is so much more important than that. Like, but yeah, guys, that was a little quick story. I just want to share that. I had thought about that a few weeks ago, and I said I could not believe that man, Joseph, and that's not his name, but I don't want to put him out there like that. So for y'all's sake, I can believe that Joseph did that. And I just couldn't believe that. I mean, it was a trip to even think about the fact that Family Christian Store, like in this nice, serene place, selling things for Jesus Christ, for the Lord, people coming in there stealing. And this was a regular occasion. This was not like people would steal Bibles, y'all. Why are you stealing Bibles? Why are you stealing convenient cups and Christian fiction? You gotta be kidding me, right? No, not kidding at all. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in to my story time. We are almost done with Vlogmas. Just drop in the comment, do you remember Family Christian Store? Did you ever go? Was it your vibe? Can you believe that people were selling Bibles, y'all? Alright, I'll see y'all next time. Have a good day and a good night. Bye, see you tomorrow.